Do you think this last frost killed my peach tree? It already had blooms on it, and this is from Phil out in Millington. So what do you think about that?
Well, no, it didn't kill the peach tree, but yes, it killed the blooms.
Okay.
And
All right.
if it dropped below 28 degrees at your site, it killed the little fruit that had already formed. Probably. Now,
Probably, okay.
if your fruit tree was a high chilling variety that was not in full bloom, if it was in 50% bloom or something like that, then it may very well have only done a pretty good job of thinning
Okay,
the
thinned it
fruit,
out.
because the blooms, the buds that had not bloomed yet could tolerate those high temperatures. Now, typically a peach tree will put on about 90% more blooms than it needs to produce a good crop.
Wow.
So you can produce a good crop of peaches with about 10% of the blooms that that fruit tree is going to put on.
Okay.
Now, had he already pruned the tree? Because if he did a good job of pruning it, he had already taken off a bunch of those blooms and a bunch of the fruit buds.
Yeah.
But that really depends on the variety. If it was a lower chilling variety that was in full bloom and everything was already bloomed out or had just a little bit past bloom, then he's not going to lose the tree, but he's lost his crop this year, probably.
Wow. Okay.
But if it's a higher chilling variety that required more chill hours, then it may not have been in full bloom, and it may have only done a pretty good job of thinning the fruit.
Yeah. Interesting, interesting. So we were talking earlier, so 28 degrees you think is about?
28 degrees is a threshold temperature for killing the fruit.
For killing the fruit.
For killing the fruit. And that's the little bitty fruit that just forms, it's just after the blooms have dropped.
Okay, okay.
And so that little bitty fruit is there. Now, if you take an X-Acto knife, you can cut through either the bloom or that fruit, and if it's dark, the center is dark, it's gone. If it's clear, you're probably okay. If it's kind of a clear, translucent appearance to it, then you're okay.
We hope you enjoyed the video. We have hundreds more. To subscribe, just click below.